Hello everyone, welcome back. Just checking we are live properly or not. Let me check. Just to see a second. Just a second, and let me check. We are live or not. So let's just check. Our sound is audible or not. Are we audible? Okay, so voice is too much low. I think so. Let me check. Yes, sound is audible or not? Okay, it's audible. I think so. Are we audible? Yeah, it's audible. Let's start a stream. So we practice system design questions. Some of the so we have been come a good space. Let's start. uh, So we have a context, right? Let me check the context. Next session dynamic. Okay, next session challenge tabs. Okay, apart from this index, not this script. File.js. Do we have the context? Uh, so this is the context, right? Here is a context. Just copy me. We have copied the previous session context, and let's now ask us today's task. Act and behave. Act as a senior software engineer who is guiding junior, junior or intern to upgrade his skills in system design uh, with DOM JS. uh, oops, oops, etc. Uh, or teach help us help us to become help us to master the system design in JS. Uh, I have pasted below the previous revision, not prevision, previous session context below. Let's continue. We have completed the model model question last time. Let's start with a new question. Yeah. So I'm giving the context to the AI. Let's start our today's sessions. Let's just adjust it little well. Okay. So yeah, you're good to go. Let's just check it. Okay, how it's going. So today we are having a drop down menu. Okay, so today we are exactly mentor style. Okay, one thing I want to preserve throughout the session. Your goal is not how to build a drop down. Okay, so today's goal is not how to build a drop down, but it's how does a front end engineer thinks before writing code. Okay, got it. Okay, so we have a viewer. Okay, Joker Fino X. Hello, buddy. Yep. Nice to have you in our today's session. Let's begin with our today's challenge. So today we are having a drop down menu challenge. Imagine you are given an interview question. Okay, so we have build a drop down menu. We have to build a drop down menu and profile. Click my account setting logout. Okay, So if a user click on this, so drop down should be like this: my account, setting, and logout. Okay. Interview says you can use plain JavaScript. Okay, got it. Notice they didn't say use React, use Bootstrap, use library. They want to evaluate your engineer thinking. Oh, that's a nice thing, that we have to use our own brain without any using library or anything. So let's start. Okay. I think let's just copy this because we want to see this in here. Yeah. So let's just have uh, okay, for now text file and paste it here. So we are having this thing here. Okay. So what we have here question, let's just see. So okay, so interview wants to evaluate our engineering thinking. Okay, got it. So step one, clarify requirements. A good engineer doesn't jump into the coding. Okay, they first remove the ambiguity. Okay, so for our first version, let's define the requirement. Okay, so let's define a requirement. So we will become with the Excel draw. So this is an extension which is helps us to imagine and clarify the things what we want. Yeah. Uh, First, remove the ambiguity. For our first version, let's define the requirements. Functional requirements are clicking the trigger, open the drop down. Okay, so let's have a visuality. So this is our profile. Okay, and this is a button which we having here. Let's assume this as a button. Okay, uh, it's little bit. Can we have a little mm, stroke? Is okay. Okay, got it. Let's have a little bigger stroke, right? Most probably this is a button. Okay, so we have a profile button. File. Okay, so this is a profile button, and what we are having here, click the open drop down, clicking the trigger. So this is a trigger. When the person is clicking here, so it will open a drop down, and here we are having a drop down. Okay, so how does it happen? It just happen here on click. Okay, on click it will be on click a drop down will be carry on. So we are going to see the drop down. Okay, okay. I'll click outside. Clicking outside closes it. So if we click here, anybody. If we click outside the here circle, clicks here. CLICK click outside means closes the drop down. Okay, okay, we got it. So we have a clear requirements and understanding that. Let's just shrink this. So yeah, let's shrink this out and let's just small this. Okay, let's just a second. If I click outside, it means the drop down closes. Okay, got it. Escape button also. There is okay. So yeah, escape. Click escape. See escape closes it. Okay, got it. Okay, click escape closes it. And another thing is click a menu item close. Okay, so there are the certain menus here. Okay, let's have this menu. It will be having a menu. If a menu is item is clicked, which means uh, yeah, we love to see this thing. So we are having a signature style menu. Okay, so if a person clicks on the menu, it will be closes the item. So we will stop here initially. You know what are not adding? We are not adding keyboard navigations, up arrow down button. Okay, for now it's skipping. Focus, tapping, nested menus, animation, etc. Those are come later. Okay, got it. Step 2, don't think about the code yet. Before writing any JavaScript, ask yourself, what information does the component need to remember? This is exactly what we did for accordion, tabs, toast, and model. Okay, got it. Every component started from the state. Okay, not a DOM. Okay, got it. So what we are going to do is, first of all, don't think about the code yet. So we are having a functional requirement, and we understood about the functional requirements that if a clicking opens, so if a profile button is been clicked, so trigger will be happen and a drop down will be open. And if a trigger clicks again, so if we second time click this profile, it will be automatically disappear the drop down. And if we click outside here around the backdrop area, if we click so it will be disappear. If it clicks escape, then also, and if we click a menu button, then item, so close it. So after just select and close this. Okay, got it. So we have to maintain a status, right? State. So for that we are going to maintain is open. Is open method we will be going to open. Okay, so is open method is for us. Okay, so we are maintaining a is open. So is open will be a state that we are going to maintain. Okay, so after that, so before writing the JavaScript, ask yourself, what information does a component need to remember? A component need to remember is it is open or not. So we are maintaining a state here. Second question is, what is the minimum state required? Think carefully. For example, if a state, uh, what we do know, selected item, do we need is open? Yeah, we need the is open. So we got it. State is having an object. Okay, so here we are going to maintain an object. For example, do we need selected item? Do we need is open? Do we need both or something else? Remember our rule. The state should contain only the informations that cannot be derived from the DOM or other state. Okay, state should only contain the information. Okay, it should contain only the information that cannot be derived from the DOM. Okay, or other state. Okay, understood. Don't answer the implementations. Just answer the following questions like state. This is an object that we are trying to maintain, and I think so. Is open is will be there. Okay. For now, let's is open because for this I think answer is open, and reason is because we have to maintain the state of that element. Is this trigger button is open or not, so we have to maintain that. Hint, interviewer thinking. Okay, what is the interviewer thinking? Let's just say many juniors immediately start thinking, okay, I need query selector. Okay, an interviewer is hoping you will instead think user interaction, state change, DOM reflex states. Okay, not user interactions, DOM manipulations, hopefully state matches. Okay, so we have to shift our mindset with the practicing. So what we will do, when a user click interact something, so there is a state which is maintaining by a tracker or something, so it will be changed. And if this statement has this tracker has been updated and changed, modified, so we are going to change the DOM. Okay, so this is the pattern that we are going to follow, and we will be try to giving the answers in this terms only in the interviews and all. After you answer step 3, we will continue with the step 3, responsibility. Okay, we will identify which functions own opening. Okay, which functions own closing. Okay, which function owns rendering. Okay, so there is a different functions we will be going to having is the open functions, closing functions, rendering functions, and which event should exist, and which event should exist, and which can we use event delegations, how many event listeners are actually necessary. Okay, we are going to see that also. Okay, we will keep applying the same engineering process we are building. Okay, so here we are trying to building understanding technical thinking, critical thinking for the system designing. So we are not just going in the terms of coding, we are trying to thinking in as a life cycle way, which how the process is happening, what are the things going to happen, and how sequence wise it will happen. We are going to see that. So we are having a requirement. After requirements, we are, got the requirements, understand what is the conditions here. Okay, got it. After that, we have been a state. The is open is our state. Okay, responsibility. So responsibility will be having multiple conditions. I think so. Multiple functions which is performing. So we'll maintain event flow, DOM updates, implementation, review, refactor. Okay, got it. Your turn. What is the minimum state for the for this drop down and why? Okay, what is the minimum state for this drop down and why? Currently I'm not able to answer this. Little bit confused. So if you know about this, so share your opinion in comment section. We will love to see. So let's give a try. So we are having certain conditions, and let's move forward with our approach. So let's first connect this, and we have a script src. Let's have a script.js, open with a live server, and it's here. We want this live server, not that. Okay. So we are having a live server, and let's see how we are going to do. So our first approach is, what we are going to do is doing a build a drop down menu. Okay, so we are have a drop down. Let's have a main first. Here we have a main. Inside main we are going to create a profile tag. Okay, drop down. So let's have a div. Okay, instead of this, let's have a div dot profile. So we have created a class profile, and inside this we are having a drop down. Okay, mm, here I think so. Can we create a button here? Okay, so we have a class drop. Okay, drop button. Here we have a drop button, and let's have a drop down box. Okay, so we are having a drop down box. And do we need this thing? Okay, I don't think so. We need... Okay, let's make this also dynamic. Drop down box. I don't think so. It's need to be dynamic. Uh, let's try with a dynamic approach only. Okay. So it's will be rendering by us from the dynamic session. Okay. So we have a boiler code like this, and what we can say is here. Okay, profile. Let's have a h2. Sorry, h2. We have a profiles. Okay, profile. Okay, not s. Let's leave here. We have a profile and a button. Uh, uh, can we have a down button? Down. Yeah, this thing it's fine. So this button is fine. And let's have a minimum thing. HR, and let's have a HR. Okay, we are using the HR tag. That's a minimal thing that we are going to use. Let's not focus more on this. Let's move forward with let's have a dot profile. Okay, so we will moving forward with our detail, and here we have display inline flex. Okay, that's also, let's have a gap of 1 rem. Okay, that's fine. Rather than inline flex, let's have a flex normal. No, no, inline flex is a better thing. So, okay, this is a thing, and we have a drop down here. Let's move forward with the question. Okay, so what we are having. So first of all, we need a data, right? Drop down data. So const drop down data. Okay, so we are having a drop down data. So this is an object for now. Okay, not an object. Let's have an array. This is the array, and each one is an ID. ID is having a one. Let's have a one, and apart from this, we are having uh, what will drop down? Drop down data So we are having data. What is having data? My account. Okay. Account. Let's have a capital. My account. We are having a my account. Okay. So this is the data something we are having. Let's just do a little fast. Copy paste. Copy paste. And we are having a multiple data here. Three. We are having log out. Log out. We are having settings. Okay. Have the multiple data and drop down. Let's create a function. So first we will try to create a function which is a render. We will be rendering this data. This is a dynamic data. We try to push this from DOM. So let's render, and we call the render here, not this but this. Okay, in that we are trying to pass the drop down. So we got a drop down and we got okay, let's save same thing that we are okay, rendering. After this we are going to add this. Okay, how we are going to add this? We are having a drop down box button and drop down box, right? So let's call const uh, drop box equals to document dot query selector. In that we are having what we are having a drop down box, right? Which is a class. Let's copy this and paste it here after the dot. So we are having a drop down. Okay, so let's have a color actually. Drop down box. uh, Drop down box will be having a background color gray, or not gray, means blue. Okay, it's having a, and it has a width. Let's give as a 15, not 10 rem, and height 5 rem. Okay, so we're having this detail. So this is a drop down, and let's give him a rather than let's have a 7 rem. So this is a drop down. Okay, so we haven't created a drop down also, and it's okay, let's go for now this. This is a drop down that we are having. Okay, so what we are going to do is mm, dot hidden. So it is a hidden property display none. Okay, so what we are going to do is, so by default it's having a two property. uh, It also have a hidden property. Okay, okay, it's hidden. Right, for now let's not hide this. First of all, what we have to do, we have to create a drop down box. So we have been created a in general box and a profile button. So when buttons click, it should have a data also. So we are trying to upload this dynamic data. So we are not having a static data here. We are having putting the dynamic data through the DOM. Okay, we have a render function. Okay, so in this render functions we have a JSON data, and we are trying to input this thing. So how we are going to do is drop down data. This is array drop down. Okay, array data. Let's have a array. Okay, yeah. Array will be easy for us for each. Okay, so for each we are having a for each element, and now we are going to upload this. So what we will be doing is document dot create element. Okay, here we are creating a p tag. Got it. And let's have a uh, detail. That's now for now. Let's okay, equals to document dot create dot p element, and that's dot inner text equals to, we are having element dot we are having inner dot data. Okay, so here we have data, and that's dot id equals to, we are giving element dot id. Okay, correct. Let's just check. Do we have here data? And what we are going to do is we will be doing insert this. So we have a data here. After that, we will be doing Dropbox dot append child. In that, append the dates. Okay, so we are now you can see this thing. Okay, so let's have what we're thinking is dead box and dates, right? So let's have a little dates dot uh let's dot class list dot add, and let's add something class list. What we are going to add, um, so let's give a class of a border dot tab tab UI equals to, so okay, let's start inside the tab, right? Okay, would you explain what is GS? Okay, so we are having a viewer, so he's curious something. Ramakrishna Dullam, okay, welcome to our live. So system designing in using JS will be helping us to write a better optimize and a scalable code rather than just fulfilling the requirement. Here we are thinking how we can create some scalable scalable coding, and can do how we can optimizely write our code, which can helps not only to write a scalable design systems, also it will help to understand other coders, other developers also. It will be help them. So if we clean optimize, it will be help you other developers, yourself also, when you need to upgrade your system something. Now you have three features, so in future you have to modify those feature with the other features, so it will be help you. And system designs also helps you to understand the various perspective, various life cycle and engineering topics related to DOMs and other things. So it is the most important thing which helps us. So let's back to our topic. So here we are try to add. What we are going to add is a tab UI, right? So let's add a tab UI. And what tab UI do is border, and border is 1 px solid black. Okay, so we are in our border, right? So this is our border, and yeah, that's it. Let's have a simple minimal UI. So this is a okay. Let's not give them a proper, yeah. Okay, no, it's okay, fine. Let's not give the height. So we have a drop down, and as per the requirement, I think so it's a fine. Okay, okay, that's a great. We have given an ID also. Let's just check inspect element, and here we are going to check. Okay, we are having a ID and dynamic data. This is not a static data. This is actually a dynamic data. Okay, so we are adding from this from our uh, DOM, so nobody can. Okay, I'll show you. So let's have a dynamic data. After this we are moving forward with our requirements. So what are other requirement is, let's fulfill the thing. Okay, so first of all we are maintaining a state here, so let's have a state. And what is the state is let is open equals to, okay, I think we are having a different kind of a state, constant state. Okay, let's move forward this state, and today we are using a new thing where is open equals to true. Selected item, do we need selected item and is open? So these are the hint for us. Let's have a selected item also. Selected item, okay, and we are having is for now null. Okay, so we are maintaining a state that we are going to with this. So what else we are having? Let's just console.log. So our conditions is, some of the conditions we have been understood that if a click clicks the trigger, open the drop down. So when this click button will be clicked, so this drop down will be appear, right? So at the start it has a hidden. uh, what it will be do, we are having a profile as a hidden, right? Okay, by default it is hidden. Not this drop down box is hidden, we have a hidden, right? Drop down box is a hidden actually. Yeah, so it's hidden, we are hidden. When the profile this button will be clicked, we will be showing this, right? So is open is false by default. So what we will be do, we will be create a function open. uh, what will we create, let's think about this, how we are going to add a thing. So click profile open, let's have a naming of profile open only. Function open profile profile. Okay, here you have your functions open profile, and that what we are going to do is, when the button is click, right, open profile, so it will be open. But before that we are having a function, attach events. First of all we are going to attach the events here. Okay, so what are the events? Let's render this attach event. Attach events here we are going to run. So there are multiple events that we will be doing. So when I click of a button, so what first of all we need to see what is this button. Do we have a class for this? Okay, this button, this button is having a drop down button as a class. Let's just use that. Let drop d o t r o p drop down button. We are having a drop down button, right? And what we are going to do is drop down button. Let's select this thing first of all. That query selector, and here that we are having a drop down button. Just copy this. Okay, here we are, right? drop dash btn, and we selected this. We are having drop down button dot add event listener. So whenever a click is happening, so it will be run this thing. Okay, so we have a click here. So when a person clicks here, a drop down will be visible, right? So what we can do is drop down box, and drop down box, it is a drop down button. Drop down box is a hidden, right? This thing. So what we will, this attached thing is attached. So before changing the DOM, we have to do one thing is update the state. So what we are going to do, update the state. So currently we are updating a state, which is an object. Inside this object we are having a two value, is open and selected item. So let's try this. So first of all we are going to, when the click is happening, so state will be updated. State dot, or like this we can't go, is open. If state dot is open, click happens, state dot if open equals to, uh, let's have a vice version, state dot is open will be toggle. Okay, so instead of toggle, let's have a direct, it is open, right? So which means true. We are avoiding the toggle thing because we're not sure how it's going to work, because sometimes we are multiple tapping, so toggle will be uh, having a wrong state. So we are okay giving this a true directly. So when the happens, it's a console.log check it, state and dot is open. So either you can go with square brackets, it will having the same answer, or yeah, either you can go with this, or either you can go with state dot is open. Both are will be working same. Okay, So these are the different ways that we used, and we are now using this state. Okay, so when it's happening, it's true, right? So we have updated the state. After updating the state, our second possible move will be update the UI. Okay, update the DOM. So what we are going to do is we are removing the Dropbox dot class list dot remove hidden. So we remove the hidden. When we click this, you can see now it's visible. So let's remove this thing. We don't want to. Okay. So when it's click, so you can see, and if this selected item got have, so here we have a selected item, right? So the state is open and we have to note this thing, this inner value as a selected item. If we selected a logout, so it should have a selected item logout, or if setting, so it should have a settings or my account. So rather than selecting this whole thing, we are I think so we have been given a ID, right? Yeah, we will be storing the selected item ID as well. Okay, so let's try how we are going to do. If a drop down, so if ID, okay, we are having a ID, right? uh, but how we are going to supposed to perform this ID? Drop down button, this is a drop down button, right? And we are having a drop down box differently, right? uh, Drop down box. So how we are going to dealing with this thing? Drop down box dot document dot query selector down button. This is a down button. Okay, we are having a down. Okay, if it is click, okay, drop down button is different thing. Okay, here is a different thing. And if a drop down dot box, okay, so here we are trying to use the event delegations. So what we will do, if this is selected, which means this is the drop down box, right? And we have been selected drop box. So drop box dot add event listener. So here we are going to do is uh, add event listener. Let's have a click. Okay, click. If it is having click, and here we got a E. So this is the event for us, and E dot event phase, not E dot target. Let's have this. First of all, let's just check what we are having, console.log. So we are going to check this. Okay, let's have a console log. So when a user clicks on the profile, you have a drop down, right? And now we have to update the state by this. If we click on this, so this is the ID, uh, ID and tab UI account. Okay, if you click this, you're having a drop box, nothing. If we are having this ID2, if we are having this ID3, okay, we got the data, right? So if dot is click, if event dot target dot id, let's we will having a multiple conditions. Okay, if e dot target dot id, let's just see, can we able to see the ID? So questioner is before the full stop, so it confirm, helps to confirm. Okay, let's just check. Okay, if it is ID2, okay, we are getting the actual data, right? And we are going to show. Okay, so let's have this. If event dot I target dot id and id, if we are having an id, okay, if id there is a value, right? uh, let's just check again, we are having a proper verification or not. If there is a id, then only it will be performed, right? Okay, yeah. No. Okay, it's working fine. So let's move. If id is there and it's equals to no, what we'll do is just updating the right state, not doing the anything else. If there is a ID, so it should update the state. So how we are going to update the state is state dot ID, well, not ID. We have a select item. What is selected item? Let's copy this. Okay, we have a selected item, and selected item is equals to e dot target dot id. Okay, so it should have a updated state, and here we are going to check what is the updated state, console.log, and we are going to see state. Let's just see the state. Okay, so okay, not like this here. Let's state here. Okay, we are having a false item when we click this. Okay, so let's paste in two ways so we can understand also and check that. So first is, you can see the state is false and a selected item is null, which is we didn't click the button and we have didn't selected any item, right? So when we click this, there is a state will be true. Now is open will be true because we have been updated here, right? And when select an item, let's just selected my account, and now you can see the state is updated, is open, true, and selected item is 1. So as a 1, it's id, we have been given this id. You can see my account has a id 1, setting has a id 2, and logout has a id 3, right? So like this we are selecting this selected item, so we will be know okay which item is selected. We have this dynamic data we are passing through DOM, not a static data, so we are handling this thing. Okay, so we got it. We have rendered the data, and now we are attaching the events. Okay, so for now I think so open profile, let's we are not having this here. We have this data, right? We have a logout. Now let's just see. Yeah, our selected item is 3. Okay, got it. So now what we have to do is, let's just see. So we have a data, right? Selected state and updating the state also. After this, I think this is that. What else the requirement is? Requirement is, what was the requirement? Clicking the triggers open the drop DOM. Okay, if it is click, okay, let's just refresh. If it is click, it's opening, right? Okay, done. And the things clicking the trigger again closes it. Okay, so if it is click again, it should close. Okay, so we have to make sure if it is again clicking, then we have to close it also. Let's see how we can do this. So first we have maintaining if a state is open. Okay, so here we have to see the open profile. Let's have create a function open profile. Okay, that's we are good. So if it is attach event, when the button is is click, so it will be checked first of all. So I think so it should not here, it should have a here. Okay, let's just format the document, and here we go to go. If drop down button dot add event listener clicks, it's happened, so it will be checked. If state is open is true, then we will be calling the open profile, else it will be closed, right? Else it didn't have to do something, so we don't need the else. If it is true, okay, so we have to create this as a external. Okay, so we have a const, this is our the global array. If it is, why doesn't it happening anything? Open profile is true. If it is true, so if open state is profile, and how it will be known if this is click, so we have to true, right? Okay, the statement which means we have to do, if it is click, then true, and if it is true, then we have to open profile, right? which means we can't just do this thing. We have to do the toggle thing also. Yeah, if it is, yeah, true, click. If it is uh, click again, so it's false, right? And okay, else we have to do a close profile then. And what will be the close profile will be doing is here will be doing, I think so. Let's have a think here. Okay, close profile will we add here. Okay, when we click this, click. Okay, it's working fine. Okay, we completed this first requirement. We fulfill this requirement. Okay, that's a great thing. We'll just check. Okay, so we fulfill the first requirement. Let's go to the second requirement, which is a clicking. Okay, okay, open, and first and second is working fine. Click again, open. Okay, so clicks again, closes it. Clicking outside closes it. Okay, so if we click outside, it should be okay, close, right? So what we will be do is document dot add event listener, and here if we click uh, here, it will be called open profile. Okay, and I think so we don't do we need to do this, or we have to, I think not here. When the button is click and if open statement is true, by default it false, right? So somebody is clicks on, let's have a example. If it is click, it means if it is true. Little bit confused. Yeah, but it's fine, right? Okay, open profile. No, it should be if document dot click anywhere. So it should be close profile. And so here we are going to do is state is open equals to false. Okay, so it should be false. If we click here, okay, when we click this, so the event is not. So here it's not stop propagations. That is okay. We haven't used a stop something. And just forgot this about what we have been used. I'll just check. Stop something, right? What we have been used. Event dot stop propagation. Okay, we have last time used, but we forgot something. That event here we have e dot stop propagations. Okay, so what will we do is here. If we click here, okay, it's fine. If we click here, okay, fine. If we click here, fine. Okay. So for now, this button we are focusing on this button. Okay. So if outside we are clicking here and here, if we click here, okay, it's okay. If we click this, it's a true, and it's item selected null. Is open false. Okay, is open true. Is open true. Object null. Okay, so the issue is it should stop propagation for this all thing. Let's have a document dot, okay, not here. If we having a click here, drop down box, so it should not propagate here. Okay, if we, okay, so we have to select it properly, and now we have been done. Okay, if we selected this, if we selected this, now open up. If we selected this, three, okay, no issue. And we selected this, okay, selected this, okay, selected this, okay. So now it's fine. We have been completed the outside close button also, and this is the thing. Let's remove the console dot thing here. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. If the drop down is not selected, item, okay, else it will be returned just null. Okay, so we finishes this thing. Open row when triggers again close it. Okay, outside it's close it. Okay, confirm. Now we are having a escape button. Clicking a menu item, close it. Okay, when it's click. Okay, okay, let's not have a return here. If it is this click, okay, if it is click, if it is click, oh, what just happened here, bro? It's a reverse. Okay, you click this. Now click this. Click this. Click this. Okay, stop. What just happened here? Why are we stuck? If I click this, okay, I go. Okay, okay, no issue. We can't able to just see the console log state. We just remove that thing. Like, okay, 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 okay. Just having a state here, so you can see the state. Okay, click here. We have a click. Okay, click one, click two, right? So we are having a proper output. Okay, that's it. What we have to do is when we click this thing, so it should call after id selected id, it should call close profile. Okay, so if we click this and have account, we have a data. Okay, so when we click this, it should have a close item. Okay, so I need to do this, not just click dot drop down button, it should have also the update here. Mm, okay, whenever it closes, it should have a here update. Okay, okay, false. I think so. Why it is false? Here I think so. We haven't missed something. Okay, if statement is not true, let's not have this here. Okay, so what we are going to do is statement for this also we are updating the state here. Okay, right? Just not got into it. And can we make it true? Because it's like create a little bit confusion. Okay, true and false. If you click, 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 because by default it's false, right? Instead of this was a better. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, let's have a false rather than have a true. Okay, so this is fine. So now when we click this, we can open, click open. If we select this, it's a true selected and item 1. If you select a logout, you can say true and item 3. Okay, and if you select a setting, you can see items 2 selected and it's true. So that's fine. Okay, so by default actually in the DOM we have been made it a statement as a hidden. You can see it is a hidden, and we are, when we click this, it's removed. So here we have to give the value as a true. Okay, so that's okay. We have been satisfy this outside and menu item also. Now it's time for pressing the escape button. So we are having a last thing, I think so, and we completed this thing, state also, interview, and which function is opening, and we go. Okay, we have to try to maintain the simplicity also, and here we are know how we are maintaining a simplicity. Okay, so let's complete this, and we have much little things to do. Okay, so what is we are going to do is document dot add event list, add element, not add event, add event listener as a key down. Here we are having event e, and let's console.log, not confirm, console.log e dot target. Let's just check what we are getting. E dot target when we no, it should not e dot target. If e dot target equals to escape. No, it's not like this. How we are doing this? Event document dot add listener key down. Mm, how does we going to do this? Okay, let's have a glimpse. Previously, for this, how we are done. Add event listener key down. Okay, event dot key. Okay, we have used the event dot key, not event dot target. Let's have event dot key. So if it is press the event escape. Okay, so what we will do? Check if uh, if event dot key equals to s escap escap escape. Then what we are trying to do is we will be doing something. We'll just check escape. Okay, escap. Okay, all other thing is small. Okay, if escape is small, what we can do is what we have to do. We have to if escape is when clicking. So there is a one more requirement that we have to, if pressing request, close it down. So what we will do, close profile, close the profile. Okay, do we doing anything else? If state is open, then open profile. Okay, this is different. Okay, close profile is to add a friend listener. Close profile is already having a false, so we didn't add to this thing extra. Let's have now. So first thing is add event listener to drop down button. Check. Okay, not so it's not happening. Check. Okay, see. Let's have this. Okay, here we have a start. Click. It's not work. Right. Click. Okay, it's working fine. So we have. Okay, let's just check. Click. We have a hidden. When we click this, okay, it's working fine. We have a drop down box here, right? After that, what is the conditions is uh, click event close point. Okay, again we will click, it will be close. Click it close, right? Let's have a click again. And now what is having? Click drop down box event. Okay, so we are trying to select something, so we will be having a data. Let's have a setting. So it's having a data, you can see, yeah, selected item 2, and it's a remove also. And now we are having, if we click outside, right? If we click here, it's gone. If we click here, it's gone, right? Now if we click here, it's not gone. Yeah, it's selected. Okay, now it's gone. If we, what we can do, if we close the, which means escape. Okay, so if we click escape, it's gone, right? So yeah, we have completed all the things, I think so. Now let's uh okay, attach events. We have been completed attach events, surrender, and also maintain the integrity of the code. For now we have been using, let's say, reusability and less pollution creating. Okay, so yeah, that's a good thing, I think so. We have been doing so far. I just think does we need anything other requirement here? Don't think about the code yet. Yeah, before writing any JavaScript, ask yourself, okay, got it, understood. Interaction changes, okay, got it. Responsibilities having here, okay. I think so. That's it for the solutions, and let's just pass the solutions to AI and ask for review. Review a solution and give feedback. So here we have solution, and here we get, okay. This is a good improvement compared to the model. I can see you are starting to separate responsibility instead of pulling all logic inside event handlers, the exact direction we want. Now I will remove junior. Okay. We got a 6.8 or 7 out of 10. Why? Why not 10? It came from a junior front-end interview. I would say the candidate understand the state, event delegations, and has begun the separating responsibility. Okay. There are some design issue state around the ownership, correctness, and rendering. Okay. The biggest improvement from previous exercise is that I can already see your thinking event, function, state, and DOM. Okay, got it. Instead of event and DOM manipulation. Yeah, this is a real progress, and we have started thinking in those terms. What did you well? Separate the render. Okay, rendering is isolated. Okay, that's good. Event delegation instead of add. We have been just click. Okay, very good. Scales automatically. This scales automatically. We are thinking about the scalability. That's good. State exists is class hidden present. Okay, you introduce state that this is a right mindset. Okay, we have a right understood. Outside clicks. Okay, simple and effective. Let's review like a senior engineer. The state doesn't match reality. Okay, looks here. Function dot. Okay, state is open. Okay, looks here the biggest issue. The profile is state and state. Okay, toggling. Then you should immediately make you uncomfortable. Imagine why. Drop down already closed. User press escape. Profile close profile is become true. Okay, yeah, I was thinking instead of toggling the toggling the state, we can do for true and false. Now your state always say open, while DOM says hidden. Disagree, this is dangerous. Remember what we learned during the model. Each function should have its own state. Instead of this, we can have a true. Yeah, I was thinking about this. What? Okay, let's try. Okay, what and false. Okay, let's figure this out. Uh, First, where we have been problem, yeah, here. Uh, Open profile should have a true and it should have a false. Let's see it's working or not. Okay, it's working fine. If we click again, why it's not closed? Okay, if we click this, click outside, working fine. Mm, Why not it's close? Do we have some issue? Let's just check. Do we have a issue? Okay, hidden. First of all, it's hidden, right? When we click this, okay, and we can say the true item. If we press again, mm, if statement is true, which is true, then open profile. We have given the is true as a false, right? If statement, and what we do is, if its statement is okay, open profile. When someone is and is true, then it should be false, right? Okay, is open equals to false and is true equals to true, right? Now it's if it is click, okay, it's open, and when it's click false. Okay, now it's a perfect. If we click this, okay, if we click this, okay, if we click escape, okay, if we click escape, if we click this, no, if it is click here, it's yeah, okay, now it's fine perfectly. So there was a minor issue. Okay, no issue. We solved that event handler, and now it's already open. Doesn't sound right. Okay, yeah, we have been open profile does two job. Okay, update currently it does update a state and update DOM. That's okay for the small exercise, but let's think ahead. Suppose tomorrow we had a animation. Now opening means update state add animation class. Focus first item update area expanded and show what is this area expanded. I didn't understand about this. Explain uh, what is area expanded in JS in ELI file format. Okay, let's understand. Think of a area expanded is a virtual open close sign for a website button. Okay, normally people can look at a screen, see a menu is open, blind or visually impaired. People use software called screen reader that reads the website loud out of them. The screen cannot see the menu options. Okay, so it's rely on the specific special sign. Okay, here how it's work in JavaScript, two states. Area expanded equals to false. The sign says the menu is closed right now. If you click me, it will be open. Area expanded equals to true. The menu says this menu is open right now. Click me, it will be closed. Okay, 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 got it. The area expanded is for the what we call a visually impaired person. For the visually impaired person, there is so they got a audio thing, so they use that and for read aloud the options and those options we need. Okay, this is a new thing that I heard about it, but I didn't know what is the actual and why it's used. And now we got to know about the area expanded, what is mean by. Okay, thank you, GPT. We understood. Let's move forward with, before that, let's have a sip of a water. Okay. Okay. So we will try to use this focus on first item. So how we are going to use this area expanded true and false. Okay, FAQ button. Okay, button dot set attribute area expanded and true. Okay, so if this menu is open, it will be like this. We have to perform like this. Okay. Focus first item, update area expanded, shut down, says okay, start growing. Selected item. Ask yourself if the actual required by current requirements are open, close, outside, click, escape. The thing says selected item menu. Therefore, selected item may be unnecessary state for this version. One principle, don't store state until requirements needed. Oh, yeah, that's it. So I think we should remove this thing. Uh, let's have a for state item for now for our understanding. Render is not reusable yet. Okay, render is not reusable. We have to make render also a reusable component. Let's see how we are going to do. Imagine calling it twice, render data, render data. Okay, you will be get account setting. Yeah. Ask yourself, render item on placing the UI or just appending. It's just appending, I think so. Magic class issue hidden is a sprinkle inside a multiple functions. Later we likely have a single function responsible for reflecting is open in the DOM that reduce the duplications and makes future changes easier. State mutation. This isn't wrong. Okay. In JavaScript the conversion is okay. They are more focused on dot method, not a bracket. Okay. Okay. Architecture flow rest all I think so. It's fine. Let's go with solving first of all this update area expanded. So how we are going to use the area expanded? So let's just see. If the menu is opened. Uh, okay. Let us see the render. First, we are going to see if the menu is drop down button is yeah this thing. So set attribute button dot set attribute. Uh, so here we are saying open. Set attribute. The menu is open. Make it true if it is closed. So in a JavaScript code you change the sign using a tool called set attribute. It usually look like this. Without JavaScript flipping this sign, a blind user would click your button. The menu would open visually, but screen reader would keep saying collapse, leaving them confused. Okay, how we are going to add this? Button is having added. Okay, so here we are having a profile button, right? So open box dot just check where this button called. Okay, drop button. So drop box. Does we have a button? Okay, we have a drop button, right? Uh, Drop down button. What we are doing with drop down button? Yeah, we are having this thing, right? So when it is open, we are doing is drop down button uh, dot set attribute. When it is open, then area expanded. So this is for the visually impaired people. True. When profile is called, so it's a true, button is open. If the menu is open, make it true. If it is closed, then make it false. Menu is open, then make it true. So it is true. And let's have spelling and check ARIE. Expanded true. Yeah, that's correct. Let's have this here also. Here what we have is false. Yeah. So it is true. Button is true, and if it is yes, it's false. Okay, I think it's fine. And another things that we have to do is we are thinking about uh, for now. Let's remove this thing as well. Okay, so here false, true or false. We are doing this here. Okay, what we are doing is here is about render thing. Yeah, we forgot of the render, right? Uh, what we have to do is render. We make it simplicity. Event handler backwards. Okay, read it slowly. Okay. If it is already open profile. That sounds right. The logic is inverted because you are relying on is to open is false inside profile. If the profile is truly opens, the click handler should read naturally. One of the goal of clean code is function name describes the exact what to do. Open profile. Logic inverted because you're relying on okay. That doesn't sound right. Open profile. It's already open. If it is already open, then open profile. Okay. So, let's not focus on that. Now it's about render thing, right? Currently, it's adding, just having a appending thing. Think about repeating render. Uh, Helps the people to build more dynamic component. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will calling the render again and again. So it should not have this thing, right? Array item. Let's have an array item here. Okay, so what we are trying to do is let's remove this and this thing and Dropbox. Okay, item will be got and okay. So what will we do? Uh, we have a drop data, right? And let's have a drop data here dot for each. And here we are having this thing render. We are calling again and again, make it a reusable component. Okay. And what we are having is array dot item here. It's an item, and we are using this item. Okay. Let's now see is it working fine or not. Uh, it's not working. I think so. Why it's so? When this is the item, you just check console dot log uh, item. Uh, let's check. Okay. Uh, Element is not defined. Okay. Line number 29. Let's just see line number 29 is element. Okay, we are having element dot data. We are having a item, and now I think so. It's working fine. Yeah, it's working fine. Yeah, let's have a escape. Okay, no, it's fine. I think so. We are having a good data. Okay, so let's okay, remove this thing and let's remove this thing. Okay. Okay, so let's just review our data. Uh, it's Let's remove this thing for now. I think so. We don't need a set item now, but let's wait. So we have been solved the maximum thing. Let's have a review. Review now. So we solved the reusability. Excellent. This is 7.2 and 7.5 now also. But there is still couple of logical issues that an interview would spur. Why not? Okay. I thought it will be 8 or 8.5 at least. Not making just work. You are not just making it work. You are responding to design feedback. This is how engineers grow. Okay. We still got 7.2 and 7.5 nearly. Not 8 also. Okay, this is a nice improve additions. Okay, good engineering instinct. Okay, improvement. Okay, render previously, now render item. Render has one responsibility to render improvement. 3 event delegations, still good. Drop dot box, one listener. Not the important review. Is open semantics are backwards. Look carefully. Is open true. When now the drop down opens, look carefully. Issue 1 is open semantics are backwards. State equals to is true, right? Is profile is uh, open profile is false. Wait, drop down is open, but in equals to false. If it is close. Okay, got it. What is it means? If it is open, then it should true, right? Which is false. It should false. Okay, okay, which means false. That is for first of all, it will be false when it's open, right? Show open profile. So how we are going to deal with this? Uh, If drop down button is clicked, then is open. Call the profile. Okay, we are relying on this thing, right? And this is the issue. If it is open is already false, then how we are going to call? Okay, we will check if it is false. We will be calling this and making the value open and call it true. It's here false. Now it's working fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so here we got a solve this thing. This is a naming problem. If an interview reads this to mentally, actually means close. Cognitive load. Good code should read naturally. Okay, here's the questions. Open profile. Look at the click handler. State is closed. Read it loud. If it's open, then open it. If it is open, then open it. No. If it is closed, then open it. And if it is open, then close. Okay. Got it. Understood. Issue 2 is event handlers know too much. Okay. Ask yourself if the click handler deciding what should happen, or should it simply express user click the trigger. This is subtle, but it's an important design question. We will come back to it when we discuss a dedicated toggle drop down function. Okay. Issue 3, render isn't truly a render yet. Right now it does create and append. Imagine tomorrow we fetch new menu items, render new data. The old data item disappears. No, you will append forever. This is okay. Actually, append item, not render. Name should match behavior. Okay. So name should match the behavior, and how we can match this behavior. Let's just say initial state doesn't match the UI. We have been fixed this. Selected item. Okay. Still unused, you stored. Small is open state. Okay. Uh, okay, that's it, I think so. So let's just figure this out. We will having small things that we have been told by okay to use this thing rather than bracket. JavaScript tells us to use this thing. Focus on this thing. Okay. Mm, let's have a minor changes that we want to do. If it is event.id, so let's not okay do this thing. Remove this. Let's remove this thing for now. Yeah, it's working fine, right? And what is the issues? Let's go this thing. We want to become a good coder programmer, and yeah, so figure this out. What is the last thing that it's called? It's about the thing is render. Render isn't truly a render yet. Right now it's create and append. Imagine tomorrow we fetch new items, render new data. Will the old item disappears? No. You will append forever. This tells me the function is actually append item, not render. Okay, I'm a little confused about how we can solve this render. Render item, append child, or we have a render. Render, okay, we don't have a render. Dot append child, your daughter render, remove child, append child, repend child. Let's have a add child only. How we are going to render it? How it's render the data, right? Render isn't truly a render yet. Yeah, I don't know actually. Let's ask AI only. Okay. Review now and explain how does render actually works. It actually works. And that's our final answer. Answer. Now show your optimize your version of solution. Okay. That's it for today. Let's just check. Yeah, which this is a much better. I will compare your started accordion where you now I can see clearly thinking about the state responsibility flow. How do I toggle class? Okay. Now we have state delegations outside click escape accessibility area, which is we have been start understood this time. New response are separated. Good state is corrected. Okay. Minimal. Okay. Selected remove. Still good. Event delegations instead of exactly what we have. Good responsibility. Okay. So overall, it's given us 8.2. Okay, finally we are above 8, and 8.2 is a better. Yeah, strong. We got a good rating from AI. I will still improve. These are the things, no longer bugs, but design improvement. We are not on the bug side. We are on the design improvement, which helps to understand the system design thing. Okay. Improvement one, we still don't have a real render. Okay. So how does your function look like this? Is the rendering the drop down? No, not really. It is the rendering one menu item. More accurate name would be append menu item because the literally does it. Okay, yeah, I was thinking let's just change them. So what does render actually means? The word used everywhere, React, Vue, Angular, Servlet, and Vanilla JS. Everyone talks about the rendering. What does actually means? Rendering means take the current application state and makes the DOM look exactly like that state. That's it. Notice something interesting. Rendering is not append one element. Rendering is state and then UI. Okay, for example, state is open. So your UI should become account. Okay, this should be a UI. Now JavaScript is state false. Then UI should become this. Okay. The render function don't ask who clicked. Was it escape? Outside click. It's only ask what does the state has. Build UI accordingly. Think of a render like a printer. Imagine Microsoft Word internally. Document printer paper. The printer doesn't care whether you typed using keyboard, voice typing, copy paste. It's only print the latest document. Oh, got it. So click DOM. Instead of click DOM, we will be using in the next question. We want click state and then render. Now current component is click and open profile and DOM. but rather we have click open profile, state true, and then render. Okay. Okay, got it. This is so powerful. Imagine tomorrow we had rotate arrow, animations, area, shadow, dark mode, transition, analytics. Okay, that is a too much thing. Yeah. Final version, got it. Once create a menu. Okay, in architecture becomes requirement state, event handler state change, drop down UI, DOM. My version. Okay, so here the AI version. Okay, the render menu items. So how this a render? Okay, so they drop down dot inner HTML is empty first of all, and then they run the whole thing. Okay. Oh, they actually created the whole render UI. So what we create in the HTML, this is a drop down button. This button, instead of this, they created a whole thing inside DOM only, and then render the state. Yeah, that's a great thing. Okay. And toggle the state hidden. Okay. Okay, this is the most optimized version that we are seeing with our reference. Update drop down UI, update drop down UI, and this is the drop down UI toggling and set attribute. This is the same thing that we have been done. What I want to you take away, the drop down wasn't really about the drop downs. Okay, it introduced you most important front end design ideas you will encounter. Separate state changes from UI updates. Separate state changes from UI updates. Okay. Okay. So next challenge. Okay. So that's it. Let's pause this here for today. Mm, Yeah. So we understood the design patterns, what we have to do, and how we can become better. So from starting from as an average intern code, so we try to become a junior and junior to optimized version. And here we are getting an overall rating to 8.2. Yeah, that's a great achievement for today's. And we have understood all the concept that AI wants to teach us, which is a mentor our today's session. Okay, that's it from my side. Meet you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Good night. Have a nice day. Radhe Radhe. Let's stop the meeting. Okay, stop sharing. And here we are. Oh, okay.